Hey, what's up guys, Smooth Devil here coming at you with a horror movie review. Holy shit, my first horror movie review. Hopefully this goes well. And the movie I'll be reviewing today is Daniel Isn't Real, Shudder exclusive. It's directed by Adam Egypt the Mortimer, and interestingly enough, it's produced by Elijah Wood. So the movie is about a troubled kid who suffers a violent family trauma and resurrects his childhood imaginary friend to help him cope. Charismatic and full of energy, Daniel helps Luke achieve his dreams before pushing him into a desperate fight for his own soul. And yes, I did just read that off Google. Man, this movie is knucking butts. Where to begin? Holy shit. I guess I'll start off with the positives. The one that comes off the top of my head is the sound design. Shit, sound design is like, so fucking good. And another thing I liked is the use of practical effects in certain scenes. There's a lot of body horror elements in this movie.
The practical effects were really good.
I won't go too deeper into that because I feel like there's some spoilers ahead if I go too much into it. So I'll just talk about that in the spoiler section later in the video. And that's it. Now I'll talk about the negative things. I think the worst thing in this movie is the acting. I'm gonna just leave it at that. The acting's fucking terrible. And also the runtime. At an hour 40 minutes, that's way too long for a horror movie. I mean, this is such a simple concept, and I feel like they could have trimmed the movie a lot more. It would have made the movie a lot better. I just felt certain sequences and scenes just dragged on forever, and at times I did get bored and looked at my phone and shit. Just got bored of the movie at times. And with that said, I will say the last 20 minutes of the film really good and really thrilling. So now I'm gonna talk about the spoilers. So if you don't want to listen to spoilers, yeah, just click off the video, I guess. So yeah, Luke, the main character in the story, he witnesses a shooting, the aftermath of a shooting. So he witnesses the dead bodies and stuff, and that's the traumatic experience that he goes through. That's what makes him crazy. Daniel. That's when his imaginary friend spawns, Daniel. Daniel is seemingly pretty chill, you know, he's just a bro. They do things together, they pretend sword fight, they play ball, they go to the playgrounds and shit. And, you know, they do cute shit, man. They're cute little kids, man. You know, they're doing shit. Okay, so things are cool for a while, and then Daniel becomes cynical all of a sudden. Forces Luke to put a bunch of Percocets in his mom's tea or whatever. In the smoothie, actually, it was a smoothie. She almost gets poisoned by it and dies. Almost. She gets really sick and starts vomiting. After that, she forces Daniel out of him and locks him into like a doll playhouse or whatever. And this entire time I'm just sitting there thinking like, holy shit, what the fuck is going on, man? Like, a lot of things are happening. And after that, the movie fast forwards like 10 years into the future, and he grows up to be an e-boy version of Cole Sprouse. Well, Luke's in college now, so at this part of his life he's going back home visiting his mom, and his mom's condition got worse. Oh, I forgot to mention, his mom's fucking crazy. Like, she's actually like mentally insane. That's also part of Luke's trauma. She lashes out at him at one point, and that's what causes Luke to reimagine Daniel. Luke's crazy, his mom's crazy, dad went to the donut shop and never returned. Like, shit, Luke's life is so fucked up right now. Well, Daniel's a total Chad, man, and we all love Chads in horror movies. He just wants to brawl with Luke. He has his hair slicked back, looking like Neo from Matrix. He's a one cool dude. Daniel even gets Luke laid. Like, that's the ultimate bro. Like, come on. He clapped cheeks because of Daniel. A total king. Twice, I might add. But after all the good times, you know, Daniel becomes malicious again and starts doing crazy shit. There's this one scene that's really funny where Daniel actually takes Luke's body and starts controlling it, and he actually gets laid as Luke while he's taking control of his body. So I don't know, it was just really funny. He starts clapping your cheeks and shit inside a doomsday bunker of all places. How random. I mean, that's insane. He took control of this Zack and Cody looking ass motherfucker and started clapping cheeks in his own body. Like, how savage. And things just spiral out of control from there. I mean, he starts murdering people. There's hellish nightmares. Oh my god, let me talk about the monsters. Speaking of practical effects, the costume design is actually really good. Those monsters look fucking creepy, and you actually feel sorry for one of the monsters because it ends up being a victim. He still looks creepy, but man, shit, you feel bad for the guy. So the movie ends with Luke jumping off a building, essentially killing himself and Daniel. Moral of the story: never trust e-boys. Now, would I recommend this movie? Yeah, sure. It's a fun movie. I definitely enjoyed it. There's some scary moments for sure, some tense moments, cool practical effects, some funny moments as well. I would definitely recommend it if you have Shudder. That's it. That concludes this video. If you enjoyed it, please give a thumbs up and subscribe.